All right. Well, hopefully somebody shows up. Anyway, hello to anybody who might see this. I hope you all like my new get up. I got a bunch of new stuff going on. Bring the stream up on YouTube in case anybody wants to chat. Okay. If anybody did send me a message prior to now on the YouTube, I did not see it yet because I was getting everything set up. There we go. Got my dark academia music kind of going in the background. I don't know, might be a little bit too low. Hopefully y'all will tell me. And yeah, so hey, this is the Tide 65. This is not the keyboard we're looking at now. If you want to see this one, go look at our past streams, either on Twitch or on YouTube, and you can see me build this bad boy out. Not sure if I rebuilt it on stream with the new not aquas, but the creamy jades, which is what these are. I'm thinking about using them in the stream today, so we can always talk about that. I also have mirrors, of course. I've got a bunch of mirrors going on. What else do we have over here? We have Bad Sweethearts. Where are you? Oh, Q1s. If we wanted to make it a clackier build, that might actually be fun. And Serene Greens on the desk today. And last, who are you? Who are you? Oh, you are not enough, is what you are. These are the tactile HMX switches. That's nice. And of course some chews. We can always do chew. What you talking about, Willis? Anyway, yeah. So, but if you're curious as to this, this is the Epomaker Creamy Jades. So that's nice. But first we're going to start off, I think we're going to do the keycaps first. Then hopefully if people join, we can do the Tide Alice later on. Hopefully when there's a little bit more people. Oh, come here. If you like this keycap, this artisan keycap, oh, let me show you. This is kind of a little monster. Here's another one, kind of a better view of it. And this one is not mine. That goes to Pete Johansson. And they are both designed by Rissa, who is a local keycap artist. It's great. So yeah, this is the all-in set for Silent Sea by Domikey and Inky. And this is how it came. So it came in, these are in Ziplocs along with some space bars, which we'll see if we can fit into the main set, which we'll go to second. So first, let's take a look and see what's in the secondary case. And it looks like the num set and some novelties. The novelties, which I'm going to need because I plan on putting them on to my elongate. I'm going to pull Galaxy off of it, and I'm going to put these on it, at least one set of these, because the all-in set essentially has enough for me to build out build out 2 keyboards. And so that's what I'm going to do. Not today. I'm going to only build out 1. I think I'm going to build out something else with the second one. So more space bars. Nice. And this is the keys. Let's take a look at one. Kind of measure it. We're actually going to use this set on the elongate, the triple shot, because these are double and triple shot keycaps that I absolutely cannot get into. There we go. All right. Pretty nice quality. These are ABS plastic. And here's the double shots. Let's take a measure real quick and see. They're about 1.4 millimeters. You can probably push it, make it 1.2, but really it's 1.4-ish. Yeah. Which is decent. I mean, it's more. I mean, even 1.2 would be nice, because I'm expecting these to be a little bit higher pitched. Let's go ahead and take a look at the triple shot and see. Got a little flower novelty here. Here's our triple shot. As you can see, right here in the corner is where you have the third shot going in to make that symbol. And I think it's nice. It's cool. Let's move these off to the side. Here's our 1 set and 2 set. Here's our arrows. Here's our other set of arrows. I'm wondering which set I should use for this. I'm going to use the lighter set for pretty much everything that we can. And that, yeah, I mean, got a lot of good keycaps here. So we're gonna see what we can build. And then last, we've got some extra space bars. They do seem to be nice, high quality. I can't wait to see how they sound. Like I said, I have nice PBT Galaxy on my elongate right now, and it's not quite working for me. So I'm going to change it up, because I think it benefits from a lighter sound. Come on, quit being a bitch. There we go. You can see me breaking these at some point. Put this one in here. And I know we had space in the small one, so we'll put that in there. You know, I was just messing with you, man. You didn't actually have to stop by, but I appreciate it. Because if I'm going to spam, I'm going to spam you specifically. Because I know you love it. Oh, look, there we go. It is exactly the right size. I don't know why they didn't include these in here already. It's just weird. Look at you, being all fit and stuff. I know it's hard to tell, but what do y'all think of the new frame I got going on here? I got a lot of... I've been doing a lot of work on my stream trying to make it more... I don't know about professional. Let's not go crazy, but nicer. How about that? So let's see. This is a 2 with a quote. I'm not sure what language set uses that. But and it's a double shot. I'm guessing it's British because this is a 3 with a pound. Oh, well, you know. What else we got? Bring it on. I don't even know what this is. Anybody, do you have an idea what key this is? Like what symbol, what language or whatever? I mean, obviously an apostrophe or whatever, but that little sideways L, I never knew what that was for. And again, this goes back to the fact that I'm American and our education system sucks, but I've learned as much as I can for myself. Tilde and pound, which is, that's a very low key. That is not an R1 or R4. I forget how they measure it. We're gonna find a place for all these. That's why I'm unbagging them. At and apostrophe. And low. Like a bottom row. Interesting. And then we have 2 ISO inners, which is Y. This one's in here. I think they're all going to go into the other one. Except for you, pal. You're going in here. All right. Look at you fitting in stuff. Okay. Okay. I don't like this packaging. Let me just go on record as saying this is not very well designed because obviously it's just like cardboard. I like GMK packaging more than I like this, although this, I mean, I can do this and nothing's going to happen to it, but you know, obviously GMK is GMK, and you just look at it funny and everything goes away. We got our up key here. Look at that. Just gonna drop everything in here. And our, got one more. Hey, are you watching anything right now? Anything good? I mean, going on in the world of media that I should be made aware of suddenly, inexplicably, and with malice. Okay. That's going to be the one thing. Then I'm going to put this on the elongate. And then, all right, all you, My cat's gonna have a field day with this thing. My cat chews bags. She steals it out of the garbage and then she chews it up. So, alright, we're gonna need you. We're gonna need the other set. And we're gonna need the box for the Galaxy. Let's get the... Think about this. Think about this, the Adept. Put this in order. You're gonna put this back. Put it with the other box. Now we've got 2 boxes. Neat and tidy-ish. This is our Galaxy PBT. Nice PBT. Alright. I don't know if y'all have seen this set. I love this set. This is a die sub PBT set. And let's grab the Elongate. The Elongate is a 40% with a numpad and an arrow cluster. So it is an anomaly even amongst anomaly keyboards. There we go. Had a nice PBT Galaxy on it because basically that is the only set that I can make work with it because of the weird inner keys and stuff. So, currently I have Oil Kings. I've got Oil Kings on here. How about that? How about that? There we go. So we can get a sound test real quick. So, that's what it sounds like. I don't know if that really came through. Again, I've done a totally new setup, so I was busy this morning getting my configurations put back into place. But it won't get me kicked out of a library. But we can try. Well, hopefully, and the ABS plastic of the other set is gonna brighten this up just a little bit, and that is gonna make it a little bit more library worthy. I was thinking about you, Jignate. I was thinking about doing a clicky board for the Alice. I've got my Kale Bronzes. The only clicky keys I still have. No. I'm doing this one first in case people want to join. So I'm just doing the keycaps first. And that is the set. We'll bring those out in a second. It is a KP Republic set called Silent Sea, which is produced by Domikey and Inky. And basically it is mostly a dark to light navy ombre key set. Cool. But I don't think that's for you. But it is certainly for me, certainly for this keyboard. Alright, what needs to come off of this board? All my numpad, all my arrow keys. Hey, Jake Nate, have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet? If not, why not? I don't want there. Wait, no. You don't go there either, because you go there. That I remember. Guess we'll put you there for now. Nope. Yes. 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 But aren't you always tired? Isn't that like, you know, the Hulk and being angry? It's your secret. You're always tired. Oh, there you go. That's where. Oh, let's go ahead and switch those. You can go here or here, which is more likely. And there. Okay. I'm liking it so far. Especially when you're like pulverizing rock on, you know, like, you know, just for your amusement. Like, hey, what am I going to do today? I know. I'll get a machine and pulverize my back walk. That sounds fun. Why is your dad and brother getting fitted for suits? And more importantly, why aren't you? And you weren't invited? That makes sense. Alright. I may have to do something else with those switches. Go brighter! I think that's the only one I can use from there. I could use other ones, but I don't know that I want to. Yeah. My suit, I can't use it. I have a suit that I will possibly never be able to use again. Not sure how I feel about that. Because I think it's way too big for it to be refitted. Yeah, if you like these keycaps, unless you find them on sale, I would not recommend this, because this is a $258 keycap set. I can't do that right now. But well, maybe you can. Let's see. Can I do it? No, that's not what I wanted. It said 2 items. I don't know why. And now I'm scared. Did I remove something I wanted? I don't know. No, it's just gonna get us in trouble. Okay. There we go. So this is the set that we're looking at right now. Here's the all-in-one. So this retails for $289. I did not pay $289 for this. Just want to go on record as saying that. I mean, I can go ask. It doesn't hurt. Worst they could do is say, yeah, that's going to be like $200. I'm like, probably not. I was going to ask you and RoboClown, when y'all come over for games next week, if y'all wanted to help me out with the thing. And that thing is replacing my toilet. Okay, what do I got? What do I need? No, we want a new inbox toilet from auction, and so I need to put it in place because I think my current one is almost a health hazard. Oh, my single backspace. I thought I had another escape. Did I miss it somewhere? Alright. Don't tell me I'm not going to have all the right keys for this. I thought I did. I mean, it's got so many keys. How could it not have the right ones? Right? Stream freeze. Everything looks fine on my side. I could... No, I don't want to stop it and restart it. Could it be on your side? Yeah, that's weird. Alright, what do we got? What can I use? How sad. It's got a million keys, but none of the ones I want. You're not gonna work. You two, you got nothing for me. You two, not having anything for me. I'm gonna have it, it's gonna be here. I think that tab is correct. Nope, too big. With that. what you will. And then if I use you here, that's fine. That's fine. That works enough. Maybe I'll change it back later. Maybe I'll change something completely different. Yes, yes. Yes, no. This guy's going up. Alright. And we are done. So I have to say that despite the fact that this thing has 1,000,000 keys on it, what it doesn't have is the right keys for my shortened inner or my tab, or of course the escape and backspace. But I was happy to use those anyway. So here we go with a sound test with the Silent Sea keycaps on Gateron Oil Kings. So, and here we go. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I could probably do something else with the switches, maybe. Kind of go for something a little bit higher pitched. Let's give it a shot real quick. By the way, thanks for being here, anybody who's here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this might be much better. Stupid oil kings. Everybody loves us. Yeah, I wonder where End of Greatness is. He's usually at my streams. Do we? Yay! Too tired. Huzzah! Too tired to work. Oh, that's gonna be much better. Oh, yeah. Alright, Oil Kings are out. This is a top mount, so I've got to do it row by row. But, you know, that's no big deal. I think I brought it downstairs. How's the music coming through? Is it too low? It's really kind of low for me, so. But I'm trying to make it so that it's barely there and only coming through on the mic. Or not coming through on the mic. And not only do these sound better, but it's a better color combination for the board. You know, with the blue and the blue and the blue and all the blue and brass. I want to make it audible but not obtrusive. Ow. That hurt. I think it's funny, the only novelty keys I used were 2 oil drums and an orca. Oh, right. You are right keys. I can put you back in. There we go. You two gotta come out. You two don't. So I know what you're going to say. You're going to say yes, but what do y'all think about the clicky idea for the Alice? But I think if I do the clicky, I might have to do the ASA keycaps. Because I've got black on white. ASA keycaps just kind of hanging out right here. And by right here, I mean like right here. Oh yeah, I just realized that. My camera's inverted. Not this camera. This camera. Yeah, I mean, I really wish I had some autumns. I really wish I could do it in with autumns or even melodics. But it's so hard for me to spend money on clicky keys since clickies, you know, are clicky. But we'll do it. We'll do it. I'm not scared. Oh, right, I already did this one. You can go back. Gotta go back. Back to school again. That's from Grease 2. Not Electric Boogaloo. I want so much to like Oil Kings, but they're just not as good as like modern Switches. And you, of course, Jigney would hate them because not clicky. What's up? It's right, Piano Stan. Get off my lawn. Or get on my lawn, because, you know, I invited you here. So all this switch change in here is thanks to the fact that this is mil-maxed. This is a solder PCB that a friend mil-maxed for me. He is not here today. So it wasn't you, Jigney? Although I'm going to be doing some soldering soon. My new soldering iron. Anyway. It's just waiting. Pine cone. I don't know what that means. Oh, no, it's Fantic. F-A-N-T-T-I-K. It has an internal battery, so I don't have to, which can run for up to 60 minutes. So I don't have to actually have it tethered, because I'm not very good, so I'm trying to help myself as much as possible. Alright, here we go. First of all, what do we think of the look? Does this work? I think it's clean. Very, very nice looking. But how does it sound? So we've changed out the Oil Kings for HMX/ACO mirrors, which you can now purchase at Micro Center. Not sponsored. Just I was there the other day and noted that they have cilantros in stock and mirrors. So that is nice. I mean, they're overpriced. It's like $18 for 45. But still, they're there. They're there. All right. And yeah, with the Domikey Silent Sea, let's do on the elongate. Let's do a test. Oh yeah. I mean, it's clacky, but I mean, this is supposed to be kind of a clacky board. There's no internal foam at all, because they don't make foam for this layout, which was unique to this one board. Oh, getting the Jignate seal of approval on a keyboard that doesn't have clicky switches in it. All right, now we're cooking with gas. All right, and yeah, I mean, I think the look is nice, sound is nice. Yeah, I think this is I think my first board is a win. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy away for now. And we'll bring out today's, we'll set that aside for now. Today's keyboard that we're going to be unboxing, this is the Tide Alice by Epomaker. Obviously, Epomaker, Tide Alice. This is a 65% Alice keyboard, which means it has no function row. That keyboard is not pocketable, and there's two reasons why. One, this is the case for it. Two, it has a solid brass mid plate that makes that thing weigh a freaking ton. Now I also have a clear polycarbonate mid plate for it, which makes it lighter, but still it's like two solid hunks of aluminum aside from that brass. But yeah, anyway, Tide Alice. And I did open this up to make sure that everything was in here because I heard a rattling and it ended up that it was the box, this box, which I have not opened yet. Let's take a look and see what's inside here. This would be the accessories. And what do we get? We get an Allen key. We get a screwdriver. Allen key. So you guys on the side. Spare piano switches. These are the Epomaker piano switches, which are featured on this board. I do not care for them. Well, they're all right. They're kind of a mid-weight switch. The only reason I don't like them really is because the black top combined with no light spreader makes it, you'll see, the RGB size. Just kind of a standard plastic A to C cable. Probably pretty cheap. And a keycap switch puller. I'm going to put all this stuff back. We're not going to need it. One and two. And then we'll take the board out. The board did come wrapped. I did unwrap it. And then you have your manual. And that is everything. And the cover for the... If you like keyboard covers, this one actually pretty much stays on here. Like I could turn... Here, I can kind of turn it upside down. Well, I can't because I can't hold it. But it's gripping on there pretty well. So if that is a thing that you use to keep dust out of your keyboard when you're not using it, it works. This is the keyboard. This is an aluminum construction keyboard, and as you can see, it has, let's see, it has a front height of 20 inches, or 20 millimeters, roughly. Yeah, I would say it's 20 millimeters. So, by the Alex Otis, yay, teardown. Yep, here it comes. Well, first we gotta have the peel. It's very appealing. You can have a clear view of my ceiling, which, yeah. The mirror weights on these, which aren't mirrors. This is actually an aluminum piece. It's not a weight, it is just an accent piece because it doesn't add any appreciable weight to the keyboard. Keyboard is held together with 4 screws, 1 in each corner. On the back you have a dongle, which is friction fit, so you're going to lose it. On-off switch, USB-C. On-off switch will then let you activate your... So this is looking for the 2.4 right now. You can switch it on over. And now it's looking for Bluetooths. Hold it down. Now it's actively looking for Bluetooths. I'm going to turn it back off as we do the teardown. Oh, first things first. Remove the knob. It's an aluminum knob. It's got a plastic insert here. It is actually kind of a nice knob, actually. I'm kind of digging it. It's got to go in a specific way. There you go. Not a lot of feedback, but enough. I don't like I had one recently. Stop looking at my nose. I had one recently that when you turned it, it was the one for the Photon. Oh my god, that knob was the worst. And you paid extra. Well, I paid extra for it. I paid extra for it, so you don't have to. So don't. I recommend you not get the knob for the Photon. The Photon itself, however, is a nice board. As long as you don't put the knob on it. Hey, it's electric. Why not do that? Boogie, woogie, woogie. Alright, and with that, we've got 4 screws. Let's make sure that we have 4 screws afterwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to pull these off to the side. So here's your aluminum piece. This could probably use a force brake. FR4 plate. There are 2 JST connectors, one for the battery, which we'll disconnect first. Interesting, we'll come back to that. And the other one is for the daughter board. Then we have 2 pieces of foam, which are stuck together. The PET sheet, which is the second layer of foam, not really foam, but the PET sheet has adhesive on it, which is sticking it to this plastic. I don't know why. I want the PET sheet. Well, actually, I don't want the PET sheet right now. Anyway, I was going to run this without case foam to start, but I think if I did that, I would bottom out and I would ruin the board. Let's see, is there anything that we can do here? There is not. This is a completely fixed layout keyboard. There are no options here. You do have, or rather, you do not have a physical reset, but there is this right here, which I think that you can, in a pinch, use to force a reset. So lets us know that this is an Alice 66. It's QMK compatible. It is not natively QMK compatible. It does require a JSON file, which I have already procured. So let's go ahead. We're going to set you back on, set you down, set you down, set you back on here. Move you out of the way so that we can move you up, move you out of the way. And so we'll have our board here. We're going to go ahead and pull this bad boy apart. I use Ziplocs so that I can put everything in the box. As you see, here's those Epomaker piano switches. Like I said, they're pretty good, but there's no light spreader and they have a black top, which means they transmit the RGB from the board, which this has, pretty much like garbage. If you wanted to, I would recommend getting a lighter colored switch to go with it. I was originally going to use the jade, the creamy jades today, and then I started to reconsider. These are good switches, and they will show off the RGB more because they have a blue milky top, but keep in mind, since they're blue, they will tint your RGB a blue color. Not too much because they're a light blue, but it's worth noting. Just fly. So, have y'all been watching anything? Yeah, I just, like, I've started keeping all of that stuff in the box in case, like in this case, I will, at some point, when I get more subscribers, I'm going to start doing giveaways. I'm currently at 5 subscribers. When I reach 10, I'm going to give away a keyboard. And then if I can reach 15 or maybe 20, and I'll give away another keyboard. And I'll just keep doing that until I get 1 bazillion, well, all right, maybe not, 1 million subscribers. That would be cool. Everybody watching The Adept break down keyboards. All right, so yeah, FR4 plate looks good. Pretty standard. It is a flex cut FR4, and the PCB itself is also flex cut. Let's see here. Can I grab it? Yes, there we go. It is a 1 millimeter thick keyboard, so not even 1.2 millimeters, which will not matter anyway because we cannot use PCB mounted stabilizers. Shame on that. I don't know why you can't just put some holes in the board. Let us use them. Mainly because there's just yes, well, I like hot swappable PCBs also because I really enjoy trying different switches, different keycaps, and I change out my keycaps and switches frequently for a lot of my boards. My most common issue is that I start damaging the hot swap sockets from putting in new switches so often. Because if I'm looking for the right switch, I might put 10 different switches in a board at a time. Like in a night, I'll just change out switches. Completely rebuild it maybe 3 times, but try different switches and different sockets. Like 10 different switches. Because I have probably now somewhere in the neighborhood of about 15,000 switches. Oh, by the way, Epomaker sent me this keyboard. They did not pay me. They just sent me the board to take a look at. I asked them if they would mind sending it to me, and they said cool. So I appreciate them for that. Obviously, with me talking crap about the piano switches, it is not going to change what I say about the board, but it's worth mentioning. Alright, so we got this bad boy here. So the plate is not screwed down. So you can see here the pour-on foam layer, which is nice. I like that. Then we've got our PE sheet and our PET sheet. We're going to try to run it without the PET sheet. I'm thinking about trying to run it without the foam at all, except for the case foam, because I don't want to short out the board on the bottom of the case. So I am going to go grab those Kale bronzes, and I will be right back. Enjoy my new Be Right Back screen. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. All right. What'd y'all think of that, huh? I got my new The Adept screen. I built that myself. And now we have these. These are the Kale bronze speed switches. So they have a high or low actuation point. Do I have a plate fork around here? Do I need one if I'm just going to do it right the first time? As usual, I'm going to do my four corners, especially in this case if we're going to be running it plateless, at least to start. Plateless and clicky. That is what we're doing here today. I'm just going to set you off to the side. Don't like you. These are not the best switches. These switches are the very first switches I ever bought. To be honest, I bought a Red Dragon K556 BB, which is bare bones, and I went through at Micro Center, which is where I got it from. Again, not sponsored, but I go there a lot. And I went through their little tester. And I'm like, you know what I want? I want clicky switches. Because at the time, I thought clicky switches would be cool. I know Jignate would agree with that. And then I got them, and I put them in the board, and I was using them for a little bit, and I did not like them. And so I went back, and I got Kale Speed Silvers. And I ran those for a while. And it was just, you know, moving on from there. Moving on up to the east side. To the deluxe linear switch in the sky. Although recently, started doing some tactiles. Got the cilantros, I got the K1s, and they're both in boards right now. On the plus side, these should show off the RGB a little bit better as well. Where do I have you sitting on the side? By the way, this is a classic switch, you can tell, because it's only a 3-pin, not a 5-pin. Running without the extra poles, like a madman. Like a madman. All right, move along. So I was thinking about putting Ghost Judge Space in here, but I could also put GMK Metropolis in here. You're not even the right switch. How the hell did you get in here? I was looking for you. Just grabbing switches. So if you have the opportunity, you should always take out your PCB and lay it flat like this on a mat when you're installing your hot swap switches, so that you do not pop a socket, because nobody likes popping a socket, whether it's a shoulder or hot swap. Or hip. Ooh, that sounds horrible. I imagine it has to happen, but yeah. All right. So, what are we going to put on here? Are we going to use the Ghost Judges? Should I go get Metropolis? What do y'all think? You can pop and lock. Pop and lock is cool. Hey, I already asked Jignate, when y'all come over next weekend, I was hoping y'all would help me put in a toilet. He might be gaming. Replace the one in my bathroom so that y'all can have a better whatever experience. All right. That's the case. We'll start with space because I have it here. Because I don't want to. There are two different colorways, and I'm gonna use this one. I think you'll like this better than Metropolis, Jignate, because I know how you feel about black and blue. So. Here. What else do I have? And cool, man. Thanks. I put these in first because I need to know which accent keys I have. And then we can go on to our main alphas, and go on to our main alphas, and do that. And again, there's no function row on this keyboard because function rows are stupid. I've decided function rows just aren't. I mean, they're not as bad as insert keys, but I mean, what is? So these are double shot PBT keycaps. So not too different than what came on here. Just a little bit of a cooler. Like the other one is just black and gold, and I'm less about that. How are you doing today? He might be gaming. I was thinking about making jambalaya. Like proper crawfish and sausage jambalaya. For next weekend. Okay. And that is all for our main alphas. Well, aren't you in for a treat? Well, maybe, unless you hate it. I mean, it's spices and rice and sausage and a little bit of veggies and crawfish. There you go. That is. Nope, you were the right one. So clicky. And right, just need not. Right, there we go. Now we're going to drop it back into our case. Yeah. You know, there's no Freya around to keep me honest. So, I mean, we could cut loose, man. And by cut loose, I mean play Rock Band. And drink. And play board games. That is me cutting loose now. You know, I work a lot with Epomaker on. They send me stuff to take a look at and stuff, and I'll be so happy when they finally learn the power and the majesty that is the Pogo connector. And use it everywhere, gratuitously. Alright, we do have lights. The lights aren't too bright on this board, but that's fine. This is going to be so loud. All right, and here's the board. At least this iteration, we will see how we like it, and then decide if we want to change keycap. Oh, gotta put the knob on. If you're gonna do it right. So this is Kale Bronzes with Ghost Judge from KP Republic Space on the Tide Alice by Epomaker. Let's do a sound test. I don't know where all the keys are. What do you think, Jignate? And then we switch on our lights. Get our little red glow going. Which was the default glow, by the way. Helped me decide on the keycaps that I was going to go with. So you've got your little backlight. Got a volume knob. It's not smooth scrolling, but it's almost smooth scrolling. Has just enough of a tactile bump. I like it. It's VIA compatible. Which we will test out now. Now that I have a keyboard, let's go ahead and plug that bad boy in. We're going to use it. And let's go take a look at VIA. So as far as the keyboard itself goes, it's actually very reasonably priced. If you are in the market for an Alice, you can get this right now for only $116 in its existing pre-built condition, which is actually really good. The piano switches are great sorry, not piano. I keep saying piano. It's zebra switches. The zebra switches are nice out of the box, although, you know, I think that there could be an update to that to add a light spreader to show off the RGB a little bit more. The front height of 20 millimeters passes the Alex Otis test. VIA compatibility means that you can remap all your keys. I tend to put my print screen, home, page up, and then delete, and we're going to go through that. It's got foam. It doesn't really need it. So let me bring up another window so that I can just do random typees. There you go. Oh, I didn't even realize until just now that it was lighting up as I hit the keys. So, hey, watch. Anyway, just a fun little thing. Expert reviews. I haven't put mine up yet. Which I will be writing up a review. I've started doing that a little bit. It is a 6063 aluminum case. It is an anno. The anno finish is pretty nice. I felt better. I felt worse. So certainly for the price point, I have not really felt better. It is definitely worth it. You saw the gaskets. It's the little sock gaskets on the plate leaves. Some would call it leaf spring. It's not, because I've dealt with other leaf springs, so it's just a gasket. Wireless dongle hideaway in the bottom, which is nice. 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Stop doing that. Lots of foam if you want the foam. If not, get rid of the foam. And here we go. So they claim a 19.5. It's 20. They lie. It's got about a 5-degree typing angle. That is pretty accurate, I think. Comes with double shot PPT, 1.2 millimeters. That is correct. Steel plate stabilizer. Yes. And it's not screw in. I like the fact that they actually note that. Gasket mount, 5 layers of foam, which they count the PET layers as foam as well. They call it a PET insulation pad. It is a sheet of plastic. 1000 hertz polling rate on both the USB and the 2.4 gigahertz. 2 millimeter latency on USB, 10 on the wireless, 20 on Bluetooths. Yeah, don't do any gaming on your Bluetooth. It's just a bad idea. And it's about 1.6 kilograms. So, yeah, that's the board. What do y'all think of this? Not sponsored by Coke Zero, but I would take that sweet, sweet Coca-Cola money. I like it. I think it's, first of all, let's switch it back to a, where's my, oh, I know what, I have to turn it off. When you turn it off, that's when you can type. See, you say that you need more keys, but you don't. Because you have a numpad. I mean, in this configuration, it really is a keyboard built for gaming. You know, like someone like myself, because of the bronze switches. So yeah, with the bronze switches, let's see what their stats are. So the operating force is about 50 grams. It's got a, no, we do not need your 10% off next gadget. Actually, this pre-travel at 1.4 is low, but it's not like the same as the silvers, I think. I think the silvers are 1.2. Oh, you know, that's gold. Silvers are 1.1. Coppers are 1.1. Yeah, bronzes are 1.1 millimeter. That's better. Okay, that's more what I was thinking of. See, I use, and it comes pre-configured this way. I use function. Like, to get my function keys, I hit function. So, function 5, boom. And then function, like I said, these guys, and let's take a look at that. Do I already have you in here? bunch of other tides. Let's go ahead and we're going to find that tower. Not Joseon. Jason. I said not Joseon. So you got to come in here, you download the JSON file, comes in as a zip. I unzip it. And now we have access to it, and I can add it by using load. Already knows it's paired. Okay. There we go. So now we should be able to come over here and look at that. So here is all of your configuration items. It allows for 6 layers, which is really, that's quite good. You can see that our function key is currently operating for layer 1. So we're going to jump over to layer 1 and take a look. Layer 1 wants us to use MO6 a lot. So we're going to use MO6 for other things, but we're going to put it somewhere else. Because I am gonna... Did you put the function layer? No. Where did you put the function layer? That's odd. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna change that up. We put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to put our print screen, home page up, and our delete in page down. That's going to be play pause. Come over here. I don't know what custom 26 is, and I'm not going to mess with it. So we'll put our previous and next right here. There we go. And that is how I configure it. Now we're going to put MO6 here. And then I'm not sure what we're getting at MO6, but whatever. I don't need it. We can toggle 3 here, and I believe 3 is going to be our, layer 3 is your Mac layer. So if you hit function and then S, it changes you over into Mac mode. And then from there, if you hit function A, that's going to move you back into Windows mode. And that is how VIO works. We can. There's no macros that are currently recorded on here because I don't really use macros. We have a solid reactive. I think I'm going to beige it a little bit more. Kind of make it match the color of the thing, but it's still going to be reactive. We can come over here to our key tester. We're going to turn off the key sounds. So I found that I don't use J hardly at all from doing key tests when I type things. I don't type the letter J all that much, even though it's my, last. Never mind. Never mind. Well, it's my last initial. Everybody knows that. considering my YouTube channel is Chris James 024. Yeah, hint, hint. Anyway, and if we come in here, and we got these guys. Look at that. Boom. See, you don't need those keys. Oh. Yeah, so my tilde is function escape. That's what I wanted. I kind of want to move that to layer 6. Hopefully I can find it. You can program in any key, which is fun. No. Not the same. I'll have to find it later. Yeah, I'll find it later. Anyway, it does what it needs to do for now. I mean, I can always do it on function 5. Anyway, yeah, so VIA gives you a lot of control over your keyboard so that you can do things like you could even reprogram your knob to do whatever you want. So, you know, if you were doing Photoshop and you wanted to reprogram that for scrolling or Premiere, scrolling through your projects, you can easily do that. Anything else? No? All right. Well, that build went about as fast as the other one. Do we want to try any other switches on it? I know what you're going to say, Jignate. All right, thanks. And to mention it, you can always get a separate numpad and just use it. That's what Freya's doing with her 75% Tiga, is that she has a numpad that she keeps separate. Oh, actually, Jignate does the same thing with his. But his has the function row at the top. Anyway, have a good one, man. I will talk to you later. Ooh, what do we got? Whiplash. Who's this? Interesting. You can download the official Whiplash plate fork. That's fun. I gotta print something later anyway, so we're gonna do that. Come here, plate fork. All right. Anyway. Oh, Cherry Amaze, Nixies. Ugh. I still want some FJ400s and some KD200s. I have some 1989s. I never use them. But I want these to be... Oh, these are all sold out. Everything's sold out. Do they have anything? Sold out. Accessories. Sold out. Everything's sold out. Maybe they're a new company. I don't know. Still waiting for... See, I'm waiting for the Neo 65 to put out their PCB for the Hall effect. But they haven't yet. I also reached out to them, see if they would send it to me to do a build on. Ooh, which reminds me, coming up, Desktop Tribe. They are actually sending me this. The bare bones kit for the magnetic switch keyboard for the Venom. In this color, this gray. I think it looks hot. So yeah, they are going to be sending me this. We're going to build it with the Venom 60 HE, and then from Unikeys, we've got their new HMX crystal switches. I should have just got full effect. There we go. That's better. These guys, which people think are ugly, but you know, they kind of are. But have blue tops and a light spreader, so could be cool. And I've got these coming, and we're going to put that in the Venom, and then put the Venom in the Desktop Tribe. We might try it with both the copper plate and the aluminum plate that we've got, and see how that sounds. I'm looking forward to it. And the but unless we're going through or anything else, I think I'm gonna wrap up a little early today, since the build went so well. I guess, you know, there's not really anything else left to do. So let's see. Oh, I did want to show this off. So we've got my BRB screen. Look at that. That is so fun. And then y'all all missed my starting screen. Pacow. And soon you'll see my ending. Well, actually, I'll show you my ending screen because y'all might see it if I can find myself a stream to raid. Let's see if there is anything going on. Ooh, do we want to go see Big Bees? We'll see Big Bees. Not a keyboard person, but a roleplay gamer. And so, let's see. Thanks for joining me, and I am going to sign off now. Thanks for coming along for the Alice ride and clicky switches. Have a great one. I don't think we're going to meet in... Well, maybe we will. I think you have an advantage.